Okay.
I know I got.
Call to order the special town board meeting agenda. Special town board meeting Wednesday, September 24th, 2025, 5 p.m. Palmyra Town Hall, W 1125 Highway 106, Palmyra, Wisconsin 53156. Certification of compliance with open meeting laws.
Yes, I took care of the agenda title.
Okay, roll call.
Kayevsky.
Here.
Martins.
Here.
Sorry.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It did, it had an eyebrow.
Oh, okay. Okay, workshop for 2026 budget year, any and all town budget matters may be discussed during this workshop. Okay, let's talk budget.
Do you want me more from this construction? Do you want me to have it now? Or is this
Probably not.
Yeah.
Oh. No. Uptown.
That airspace.
Okay.
We'll be able to fill in any of the October to December stuff there.
Yep, so we've got everything actual through September.
Weirdness. That's good. You guys still see it?
Yeah.
You?
No, I can see it here. Good. So, back to what I was saying, actuals through September, I've got in here. There's a couple little things that I gotta talk with Michelle about that are left with these two. Just to make sure I'm on the same page between general property tax that were collected and the special assessment amount that was transferred out of the tax account for recycling. Those are two questions at some point to chat with you. This one is listed just under a 103, but there's no actual GL account. It's $340.07. I'm not sure what it is or what it's for.
I worked on some of that, but I did not work on that one yet. So I worked on the deposits and tracking and everything.
Okay. The only other question I did not see in the P&L that we paid over spring break.
We have not.
So I just wanted to,
$2,000 or something.
yep, I just wanted to make sure.
Sure, do we normally do?
I think about now, but we actually came in last week about something else. And they asked, and I said, no, you're in the budget for this year.
So the October to December estimates.
Yep.
The zeros mean there won't be any, and the blanks mean it's still less than filled in.
Absolutely correct. Yep.
So zeros are zeros, they don't still have to be filled in, that's the blank.
The blank ones have to be filled in, yes.
Zeros mean there will be no more revenue or expense, okay.
Yep. Gotta go through with Michelle again on the estimated side, state share taxes, and just some of the way in between general property tax, special assessments, and, how we're coding in.
Remind me again, what's the 71,024, is that for some ranch or something?
No, that's state share of revenue.
Yeah, but why was it so much higher and it's going a lot lower? Or we do have that much in the budget?
In the budget for this year, yep. So, just to look at where the payments, they, essentially in 2024, the state upped the amount of state share revenue that went to towns, villages, and cities, towns more so than villages and cities, which is why it went from 21 to 71, between 23 and 24. But you just gotta look at when that, I believe it comes in 2 payments. So we can look back at last year and figure out when it came in, and how much of the share, you know.
Comes in November.
You're on revenue right now.
Because earlier in the year, a smaller amount, and then November is the larger portion.
I did not look back through like the year-end profit and loss for 24 to see when that came in like. Absolutely.
Mid-November.
Yeah, okay.
And November.
So we can do one of 2 things. We can put in what we're estimating, because obviously last year was 71. You can adjust it so that, not adjust it, you can input it so that it's, you know, let's just say 71 grand. Nope, not 71, sorry, even not cash, 60. Is that somewhere close? Something like that. Again, we have to go back and kind of keep that together.
You better estimate, work.
Yes.
I don't have it memorized, but I took it on.
You did that, it was perfect.
Sorry, I've got a key stuff on the keyboard here.
That was a smile rock, accepted.
All else fails, close it. Well, this is awesome.
While you're doing that, Michelle, that says we've gotten 19,238, so everybody's paid.
No. I did do a spreadsheet. Who's paid, who's not. Just a second here.
Where's the 19,000?
Line 27.
Oh,
I know exactly who hasn't paid. Although we've had one payment come in since I did the spreadsheet. McCoy.
just 8 months. Did you see it? While we're doing that? Yeah, I just, a program, definitely.
For
everybody was paid. There were a couple I'm sorry. These, you know what, I was just doing this, this is a surveying charge.
Camera is on the
This is
computer.
Yes.
Oh, is that okay?
It's not a secret. This is how much they pay. And so the surveying charge is separate. This is the hangar or portion of the tax. And that was,
I'm confused. For surveying and what's
remember that 18,000?
I thought the 20,000 was all for, 20,000 was the tax bill, 8,000, 7,500 was for surveying.
That's
So we got them both on this.
Yes.
On this one.
This is the amount they paid, or this is the amount due.
Right. So it's basically these two come out.
And then here, there were some little odds and ends.
So we put about 7,000,
So, now, one of the problems is, first of all, these are the exempt ones, which they don't have to pay tax because the town owns them. However, and this was,
So that's the T hand.
yes, and these, I charged them and used them in the formula to pay part of the surveying fee. That's what I mentioned last week, there's disagreement whether it should be done that way. And the airport, I believe they talked to Frank about it, and Frank said we should have charged more than one. That's for you guys to decide.
And then one.
One surveying fee, but we probably should have had one legal description created, and then therefore. Well,
There
we
is
have,
only one fee.
there's 6 or 8 legal descriptions.
I'm not following, you only have the same number you have in weeks, so it's only one charge each. You say you should
It's
have
one
one
charge
charge
each.
for the whole thing?
It should have been $106.40. Well, it's a matter of opinion. I'm being told it should have been,
The county should have charged us taxes on only one surveying charge for the whole
one
building.
surveying charge. So what I did is I divided the cost of the surveying between all of the hangars. And I'm being told I shouldn't have, that I should have just counted these hangars as one instead of one.
That needs to be explained in great detail.
Well, I did it the way that I thought was right. Someone disagrees.
Well, I'm not saying I disagree, I
No,
just
I
don't
don't.
fully understand what you're saying. And then as far as paying their share of the tax, $20,000 tax, $19,000 tax bill, why are they saying they shouldn't? Because the town owns the TV.
We are
And
accepting.
there's 6 hangars. and
I believe there's 8 hangars and 2 storage
If
units.
there's more than people. So John Mitchell has 4 of the 8 hangars.
One of them is a storage unit, I understand, that's at the end. I've never seen a hangar, so. Jeff has, these people all have them. Now, I didn't realize, to be honest with you.
So the manager of the airport and several of the airport commission scooped up the hangars. No, I mean, John Mitchell's on the board, isn't he?
Not anymore. He's on.
Anyway, so
They don't have to pay tax because we don't have to pay tax on this. Because we as a town own them. I'm sorry when I say we. No, I don't.
so we don't pay tax on it.
We don't, so therefore, yeah.
That makes sense to me. We don't,
Yep. We don't pay tax.
if we pay tax on it, then it should be divided up by them. Okay, so we don't pay tax on it, sorry.
But I did divide the surveying fee, whether that was correct
So
or not.
who says, does the county say it should be however many are there, that number of survey fees? That's what they charge us, or somebody, the airport commissioner or the town board is saying,
I ordered it. That's how many I ordered. I thought each one was supposed to have a separate legal description. When I called in the meeting.
who says they don't have to?
nobody says they don't have to. There's an argument by
Did
the
this-
airport manager that he believes that the hangar, the existing T hangar should be one and not.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to understand.
That's
Who's raising the concern? It's Jeff.
correct.
I believe Jeff was the initial one. We'll have to talk to Frank about it, they didn't speak to me about it.
And what does the county say?
The county has no say so in the matter. We
So
paid,
it's up to us to determine if that's one
correct.
parcel or 8.
We had to pay the bill, they gave us a grand total of a fee to pay, it was up to, we divided it as we saw fit.
So we did get 8 or 10 surveys done. But I'm assuming that's a discussion for another agenda.
Yeah.
It does tie in because you're letting me know my
Yep.
question on
Yep.
the whole.
It's right,
Right, what's left, so we'll
Yeah.
have to table that to another board meeting.
exactly. So the ones with no payment in this right-hand column, that are paid. This is paid, a couple of them had some little,
And it's funny that a lot of them are the same ones we were just talking about.
which the problem is, if they don't have to pay up, we as a town, are probably going to eat those costs.
We should put this on the next agenda. So we can discuss and take some action on that. If we don't take action, then we're not going to pay if the decision is that they have to pay.
One individual, I'm not gonna say the name at the moment, paid their tax bill, but declined to pay the surveying fee because they don't agree with it, they feel the property owner should pay.
We also have to then put on an agenda, what are the repercussions from that?
And then there was one. Is that my fault? Yeah. We're just gonna have to.
It usually doesn't come through.
I didn't say my
Area
husband
code is
also.
402.
Yeah, I do it, but it can wait. Or they can come get me.
Rise and rain.
They're different from me.
Oh, that's what it is.
No, he actually just purchased the saver. He's paid his other one, he came in and told me to transfer this over to his name and his phone. That's, there's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah, so how many have not paid?
I don't know, let's see where this one is. One. Approximately 20. This last one, I'm not real clear what it is, it's an odd thing.
That needs to be on.
And that 20 includes the T hangers that are owned by the town.
So how much do we need to put in there from the balance of the year?
So on the expense side of things, one of my questions was, in the last meeting, there was a general question about what account payment for taxes went to.
Well, pay for taxes. You know
Ultimately,
where it came from, or?
which one we voted it into.
We got it in there as revenue, and the airport, the expense we don't have.
Go ahead, it's in there, it's on. See that? When we paid it, it's 18,000.
this one,
I'm still looking
yeah,
at Josh's.
no, I don't, no, I'm not looking for an answer.
Oh, okay.
Well,
These two guys essentially are gonna end up being questions that tie to,
Well, we had the 20,000 in the 25 budget, so temporarily shouldn't we put a number in there?
I just don't know what the number is. I don't know what we ended up paying for tax bills and the survey combined.
Yep, just takes a bit to roll it, so.
We just showed,
Well, he's looking for different numbers.
it's 18 something, it's
Yeah.
22 or 26.
Oh, yeah, probably wasn't here, but I wanna make sure. I think we paid some interest for, delinquent tax bills. So he's probably not just sure. Let's see, when am I looking for? Okay, so I probably paid in February.
Did you have the air on that?
Huh?
Did you turn the air on?
We did.
I'm gonna actually check that later.
Okay.
We paid it on February 14th. It was $19,058.91. That was just for the tax. One for the survey and register.
19,058.
Yes. If you wanna look at the survey.
numbers are good. Estimates through the rest of the year, plugged in a few others. Meantime here. So, estimating a little more than $500,000 coming yet this year for revenue. We can slide down to the expense side of things. Again, everything is reflected through the September meeting. Estimates of things I have in here, same deal. I'm assuming we're not going to have any additional election expense this year. I didn't know if
Well,
we
it
had
depends
any-
on if there's any training, the poll workers are gonna have to take some training. I planned for that in, 2026 budget. Did you get the spreadsheet I sent? Yeah, I know, there's a lot of stuff in there. I planned for it, so the answer is no. Well, there will be for the annual meeting. We call it, so
Okay.
that's the only thing.
So if we do come out and hold her, $500. Office supplies and expenses, not sure. We can do the easy thing and say that we spent $1,000-ish, but I'm assuming that a lot of that's heavy in the front end of the year. Last
We
step.
have a quill bill right now for a little over $500, that's mostly toner.
Okay.
And, sort of office supplies for the end of the year. Very little, about a case of paper. Probably gonna need more ink because, I guys like things in common with the budget. Some of you, yeah. And, no, I can't. It's,
Yes, I suggest you add 2,000 to the 26 budget. Because we still need to talk about computers.
Office supplies.
If that's where I think a couple thousand for computers and software. If that's what we're putting in office expenses.
Good. At some point, obviously, given what last Wednesday turned, I have no idea. That's why this is getting gold, center, and orange.
We paid the auditor yet?
Yep.
Oh, that's a zero.
Don't you like my new lights?
we
Too
do,
right.
come sit down.
They're 4,000s.
It's not a-
Miscellaneous expense, we had something in 23, which is why this account is still holding in here. Realistically, 24 and 25, there hasn't been anything, so that's why these are more or less zeros. Or reverse.
Do we really have to have the meals for election? I mean, can't everybody just bring their own?
No,
Oh. Why?
it's the law, we have to provide sustenance.
It's not a law.
Every little penny helps.
What does that cost us?
$93.
Well, that's this year.
Next year
I
there's
think
four
I
elections.
think that I put 400 on the chart.
Never not.
That's okay.
Which section are you looking at?
We only buy one meal.
Also for,
And I would cook for them too, I don't mind doing that. It's not easy, especially if it's a big election. It's kind of hard to do in here. It's certainly an option.
Roasted vinegar or no?
One person always brings their own, their personal choice. Most communities do provide food. But it's up to the town.
let me ask this question. didn't, because I think we should discuss and think about everything. I'm gonna discuss it. If we didn't, would that change people's willingness to be on the election committee?
No, no,
Just curious.
they're not like that.
It might be, just.
Only Terry.
The legal things we can see, yeah. What did you take out so far, guys? Or just, you don't have to go back and just kind of take anything? Well, I see the figure got that whole, 129 for 215.
Well, that's because when we left last meeting, this is the status that we had.
We don't have anything in there for those three.
Highway, trees, or emergency management, we don't have anything.
Well, we still have to vote.
So if we do, that's the whole.
Wasn't that the trees 50 and the emergency management was 50, right?
Thought it was 50 as well.
Well, 50 total.
Well, I mean, at some point, we gotta make a damn decision, but we've been talking for 4 meetings about replacing the amount that we use in 25, 26.
Right, so we
So if
use
we use
15, so you put 15 back in. Yeah, that's what we decided.
Yeah, but I'm gonna come down on the side of caution here, just because we had a very, knock on wood, so far, not much emergency funds needed. That doesn't mean that that's gonna carry forward next year. Look what it was 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, but when he puts 15 in, that brings it back to 50.
Explain that.
Because we budgeted 50, if we only use 15, we would still have 35 of what we collected in 2025. 35 plus the additional 15 and 26, would be 50 total.
So where's the 35 show up?
Well,
In our cash, it
Right.
shows up in essentially in this number.
So there's cash out there of 50,000 somewhere.
35 left.
35 left.
In our,
There's cash.
in our fund balance.
In our bank account, there's 35.
Correct.
Okay, but if we don't put it into that line item for 26, how do we know it gets used for that as opposed to other things?
That's where we were talking last meeting about making a resolution to itemize that 35, 50, whatever, however you want to look at it, and designate it, officially designate it for emergency management.
Designated at 50 and replenish whatever is needed to finish it
Kind
off.
of like our fund balance policy that got passed